Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop here at Rathbone Manor, and it's part 2 of the DrillPro Die Grinder that was very kindly sent to me by Banggood, so thank you very much to Banggood. Today we'll be actually taking a look at how the thing works, and there will be some grinding and sanding and wire brushing and whatever. We'll be using all the tools, so we're going to need our iPro today. This sort of grinder is ideal if you like renovating old tools. I have here an old pair of pliers here that I'm going to use to demonstrate how the various different bits and pieces work here. And I've also got a little piece of 8mm threaded bar here, which we're going to try cutting up with the grindstones, the cutting stones here, cutting discs. So we'll be trying to use the cutting disc on the 8mm bar here. Okay, so let's try the cutting disc here. Here's the little attachment we're going to need, which has a little screw and a washer in there. So we take that apart like so. We then put the screw through the cutting disc and attach the little shaft. And tighten it on. Next up, we've got to fit the cutting wheel and the shaft into the collet here. Push it in, push the little button down and tighten it in. Okay, we're going to lock it on with a spanner. Like so, let's give it a go. Okay, things got a little bit hot and it's a bit smoky and dusty. You can see it's cut a fair way through here. You can see how far it got, and things are getting a little bit warm. It's doing the job, but I think this is probably a bit too heavy gauge for it. Got some 5mm stuff here, let's try that. Wow, things are getting a bit hot there. It was getting red hot, but it's almost through. Let's carry on. There we go. Cut through that one then, and you can see how much material was worn away from the cutting disc too. So I think we might have been, overdoing it a little bit, but it certainly cut it off nicely. We have two styles of grinding wheel here. This one's slightly finer than the pink one. So we'll start with the green one then. Okay, so let's see how well it can remove the marks off of this handle here. You can see it's got some marks on there from the casting or the forging. Well, let's give it a go. Well, it did a particularly good job, I thought, of taking the forging marks off of here. Okay, let's try the pink one. Some pretty impressive sparking going on there, I thought. Yep, did it again, took it off quite nicely. These are a lot harder. We've not got too much damage or wear on the stones. Okay, let's give one of the other style of stones a go, shall we? For getting in places like this. Made a fairly decent job of that. Just a little bit more work on there would bring it down quite nicely, I think. It's quite smooth. Let's try one of the little sanding drums then. Okay, so apart from it trying to escape from the little rubber drum there, it's done a very nice little job. Alright then, so what can we do with the little wire wheel here, little brass wire wheel? Not done too bad a job. As you can see, it's taken the patina off of here quite nicely. I think it's left it a little bit brass in colour, but it's taken a little bit of the patina off. Next up, let's try one of these little sanding discs here, shall we? And they use this flexible rubber backing pad here along with the little shaft. So let's get them mounted up. Interestingly, they are a little bit smaller than the backing pad. Interestingly, I found the little screw head kept touching down on the workpiece there, but it didn't do too bad. Look, took all the dark patina off of it. Having sanded it down this far, I think we ought to try the one of the buffing wheels and buffing compound. Here's the buffing compound. Can we get the wheel in there? Okay. Okay, I've got a little bit on there. Let's give it a go. Well, I can feel it's a bit smoother, even if it doesn't look it. So it's done something to it, but we need a lot more work, I think. Okay, let's give the buffing wheel a go on here, because the head of these things is usually shiny, so let's give it a go on here. There we go, look at that, it's gone from sort of that to a fairly decent shine on there, look. Okay, so what happens if it's this is too big and too awkward to get in a space? Well, that's where this little fella comes in, so let's give this a go, shall we? To fit this lead, we'll have to take this little protective collar off of here, pop the drive cord into there like so, tighten it up with a little spanner, and then screw it onto the die grinder like so. Tighten him on. Now we have a much smaller, more manageable tool. Right, let's see what happens then. Switch it on. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, I got it tightened up that time. As you can see what happens there, look. You can turn the handle around, but the tool stays still. But there we go, look. So I did a little bit of work on the handle there. Okay then, so I hope I've given you some idea of how the little DrillPro Die Grinder works. Once again, I would like to thank my friends over at Banggood for sending this one in for us to take a look at. Seems to do the job quite nicely, and I think I'll be able to use it for my tool renovation videos in the future. It's pretty good, I like it. Okay then everyone, thanks for popping over. Thank you to Banggood. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the part 2 of the DrillPro Die Grinder here. I think it's quite a nice little thing. It's well made, it's quite solid, quite you know, nice plastics used in it. It's quite heavy weight. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I hope you'll pop back to Rathbone Manor in the workshop in the very near future, because I'm sure I'll have something else of interest for you to take a look at. Okay then everyone, thanks for watching.